Hi.
Hi.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
It's the first morning of 2023
Yeah.
and we're doing a podcast.
Yeah. Start as you mean to go on. Go on.
Yeah.
Yeah. How you feeling?
Well, we didn't actually party last night, so I feel fine.
Yeah. Same.
I feel good that we went to bed early too.
Yeah. We actually got into bed and said to each other that we would get up again.
Yeah.
And I knew that was not
Same.
going to happen.
I knew.
Oh, great.
And we also kept all the lights on in the house, and I was thinking,
that was the best part about it for me. I thought, oh, this is great. I'll pretend that we're going to get back up, and I just won't have to turn all the lights off. And
I'll go for a wee in an hour and turn them all off.
Yeah.
We're not.
Yeah,
How funny. We've got Frida here with us.
we sure do.
Guest of honour.
Okay, can I jump in with the podcast?
Yeah. What are we talking about?
Well, I think the first thing we need to talk about is the fact that we haven't done a podcast in a while.
Yeah. And what happened with the last one?
Exactly.
Because we're going to be honest with our audience here.
Absolutely, really honest with it.
Okay. So do you want to explain what happened?
On maybe like the 22nd of December,
Yeah.
we sat down to do a Christmas podcast, and I basically
We should insert some clips of it.
we could do yeah. I honestly treated that like a therapy session.
I know.
And it was horrendous. It was so negative. It was like me just talking about everything that upsets me about Christmas and like what it means to me and how I find it difficult. And then we watched it back. Well, we kind of knew while we were doing it. It was like...
Yeah, while we were doing it, it started off quite well, and then we were like, we're going to talk about Christmas because Christmas has got loads of layers to it, and like some people find it difficult, and we were like, let's discuss how we feel about Christmas. And you do find Christmas quite tough because like it's just like a lot of pressure, and it highlights a lot of stuff and whatever. But you were going down such a negative path. I was like, this is actually like, I got quite annoyed because I feel bad about that because like you should be able to talk freely on our podcast, and it's not always going to be perfect, this podcast, but it was going so negative. It wasn't very festive. And I think you were saying stuff that you didn't really mean, and it was
I don't know about that.
Well, you said that you didn't like...
saying stuff as it was falling out of my mouth.
Yeah.
And actually it probably deserved a bit more thought, and also it probably deserves for me to just talk to a therapist about it and not talk to you about it and put it on Instagram. Please leave the camera.
Yeah, I mean, do you know what? We looked at it and we were like, should we put it out? Because it's like, it's another episode that we spent time doing.
Yeah.
But we had an argument halfway through in the podcast, and I just felt like the whole thing was quite negative.
The gist of what we spoke about was literally me saying, I find Christmas really hard. I hate buying presents. I hate receiving presents.
Yeah. And it's
like, just like...
None of that is actually...
It was just like, that's not the kind of... I don't want to put that into the world.
No, the energy was wrong. And
it's
you
like
do
that,
enjoy giving presents. That's what I find tough
exactly.
when you said that.
Yeah, I got stuck in a bit of a real rut of just being negative about Christmas, and it's like, that's not fun to put out right before Christmas.
And also, we were like, let's do one after Christmas and talk about how it was, and we had a lovely Christmas, didn't we? Like, you enjoyed it, and it was our first Christmas in our house, and like, we had a beautiful tree. We have a beautiful tree still.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's such an interesting topic because we could still release it, you know, later on when people don't want to feel festive and they can.
Yeah, that's true. And then it's like,
I actually got quite annoyed and like, I don't know, it's quite an interesting topic. But yeah, we didn't. So that's why we've been away. Would you say? And we've been enjoying time off as well.
Exactly. How was Christmas?
I'm also in pajamas, I just want to say.
Sure. Cool.
This isn't how I usually dress.
You look cool.
Thank you.
How was Christmas? Let's just do a Christmas roundup.
It was lovely.
Yeah.
It was like we spent time here with people. We had people around. Loved that. I feel like I don't have much wider family to see, so we were just kind of like, is it okay?
No. We've got audio on that as well.
Okay, cool. Let's just keep going.
Yeah.
So yeah, Christmas I had a gorgeous Christmas, and I also like enjoy the time in between because I needed a break to like reset my mindset for work and stuff. Like we said, I'm talking about work straight away, but like the studio got really messy and like everything kind of at the end of the year was kind of just like rushing to finish everything and chill. And now I'm like, what do I want my year to look like? And I think that's exciting.
Should we we can cut this out if you don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
But it was very stressful leading up to Christmas because you didn't have the usual gradual rush.
Yeah.
So you were stressed, and then like 3 or 4 days before Christmas, it was like 10 things happened, and it was like, fuck,
funny,
now I have to do all of these on Christmas Eve.
Well, exactly. I didn't have much work like I thought I would because no one's got any money. So it was like, last year was amazing. Christmas was my best time of year.
Yeah.
I was expecting it to be like all December so busy, and then it was like quiet the week before Christmas, and I was like, okay, fuck, this is it. Like, I'm done for the year. I'm split skin.
Yeah.
And then, as you said, 2 days before Christmas Eve, it was like last minute people got in touch. Obviously, I'm going to say yes. It was like 3 jobs that were great, and I had to just be like, carried on working.
Yeah.
But it's so funny how like you stress about these things, and then it is just it's always okay. Like I knew some unorganised people would be a bit later for the orders, and that was great.
Mm-hmm.
How did you find our Christmas?
Yeah, I found it really fun. Santa.
Lewis put, can I tell?
Yeah.
Lewis put snow footprints all over our living room. Like Santa had been.
And we don't have a child.
It's for me. It is for me.
You did ask for that, though.
I asked for it. I didn't ask for that specifically. I asked for like some kind of magic because I need to have that still because I'm still 5.
Well, yeah, it's like the first time that your mum wasn't doing your stocking for you.
Guys, and I'm
in your whole
26.
life.
I know.
So
you had to step it up.
Yeah, there's big shoes to fill.
Oh, thank you. Big Father Christmas shoes to fill. So funny that I went to bed early, I guess, just didn't hear you like stomping around the living room.
Yeah.
With your boots on.
That was Father Christmas.
Sorry, no, it was Father Christmas.
Yeah, but found it really fun. Had a lovely time with your fam, and obviously with like at the party was super fun. And then, like I said, I think the days between, I've sort of there have been a couple of days where I wish I had made full day plans.
Yeah.
Just so that I wasn't like sitting around pondering and like thinking about stuff, because like I said, still don't want to bring the mood down of this one, but
go
like
on.
I do find Christmas is a difficult period for me.
Definitely.
Like it is for lots of people.
Yeah.
Probably for everyone.
Yeah, a little bit in a different way.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm sure like lots of people probably have enough of the good to just focus on that, or like they're not stuck in their own heads.
Yeah.
Because like, I'm a very sensitive person, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like I just think about stuff all the time.
For sure. And yeah, we were saying next year, like for you, yeah, we've got to fill those days where we don't do anything because you kind of want them to be like busy, otherwise you're going to feel a bit funny.
Exactly.
Which is so understandable.
Yeah,
and now we're learning. It's our first Christmas together, so I can sit on the sofa and chill because I don't really have any issue with Christmas. But for a lot of people, I bet it's quite a tough time. It like we were saying in the podcast that we didn't release, it's kind of like Valentine's Day or Mother's Day or Father's Day. It's like
very jarring for lots of people.
Yeah, if everything isn't tickety-boo, as they say, my mum says that, then it's intense. So we're with you if you found it hard this year.
Yeah, for sure. We're having some real audio issues, but that's the shit you get with trying to produce your own podcast.
We're amateur producers.
Exactly.
Actually, you're a real producer.
Right.
Anyway, I saw this thing about the new year, and not to be depressing, but it basically said about 2022 and how everyone's doing like these Instagram roundups of the year. It's like 2022 doesn't have to have been a great year for you. Like everyone's posting all these pictures of like their friends and their partner and everything, and it looks great. And it's like could have been a bit of a sort of nothing year or like a bit of a shit year. And then they were saying that when it comes to a new year, like 2023, it's like that doesn't have to be you know, the best year ever either. You don't have to be a new you that like starts all these new rituals and routines. Although I have written an extensive manifesting list, which we could talk about.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, it's a lot of pressure, and like in your life there will be years that just pass and they all have a purpose. But like, I don't know, I just found it comforting that if 2023, if you're feeling a bit worried about it or you don't really know what your goals are, it's like, that's fine. It doesn't have to be the best year yet. You know how?
Yeah, completely.
And I get people are being positive, which is nice, but I don't know, I saw that I found that quite comforting. That like, you are the same person.
Yeah,
and you can
exactly.
do the same shit.
And it's like, you don't need to. Yeah, you don't need. This doesn't need to be the year that you push for all your shit.
Yeah.
If you don't want it to be.
If you don't feel like it's the right time, you can just like, I don't know, be the same person you were last year.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found that quite comforting.
Saying that though, we've both
manifested
written big lists,
Yeah.
goals. I did like a work roundup of 2022, just because I was like, well, I mean, I wanted to. I was like, I'm gassed with the stuff that I've done this year.
Well,
for
yeah, no,
work.
I think you should be. Yeah,
Like,
you've really come a long way in the year with your like
there's
quality
like
of your
lots
work.
lots of cool stuff this year. So I wanted to do a roundup, and I do like truly think that 2023 is going to be better, and I'm going to like push
I do
harder.
too. Yeah. For us, it's like another year of growth, isn't it? Like
100%.
For our businesses, like for our life.
Do
you want to come up?
Ruby hates changing her life in any way whatsoever for the dog.
That is so untrue. Oh my god,
So,
let's
like,
talk about the dog.
Move up. She won't move
Come and
up
sit
on the
down.
sofa
Come and sit
because
here.
like the dog should just
The
be laying on the
dog-
floor.
Lewis honestly would do anything for this fucking dog. I feel like I do a lot for this dog. My life has changed considerably for this dog. I've got. Can you see that photo in the camera or no?
Yeah, maybe.
We've got
yeah.
portrait of her on the wall. She's obviously my daughter. I love her. But Lewis would probably sleep on the floor with a towel if Frida looked comfy on his side of the bed. Am I right? She is like, he says to me that I treat her like a dog and he treats her like a person. He is utterly...
It's not even that I treat her like a person, right? It's just that I grant her more respect than you do, I think.
I'm like, oh, the sofa's full. I'm comfy. She's a dog. She can sleep. She can lay on the floor.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't want to paint me out to be like the Wicked Witch of the West. I adore her and want her near me all the time and want to cuddle her. But I just think we have very different parenting styles with the dog. Like,
Yeah.
she could rub poo all over the duvet because she's been in the garden and we didn't realise that she had poo on her foot. And I'm like, get her away from me. I'm so cross. And then you're kind of like, don't worry.
Well, I'm not cross. I'm like, let's change the covers.
Yeah.
And also, like, if we were less lazy, we would have caught her at the door and
washed her feet. Yeah.
Just like I blame us. For,
So yeah, you blame us, I blame her.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's really annoying. How has she done that? But then in that way, I'm kind of treating her like a human because I'm like, how could she do that to me? And it's like, she's a dog, she doesn't know.
It's not personal.
It's
not
tough.
personal, and also she hasn't tried to tread in shit.
Yeah,
it's
she's
like,
just walked
there's
in
lots
it.
of things like we should have picked up the shit.
Yeah.
We should have checked her at the door. We should have washed her feet.
We should have had the
we should have
gate
shut
shut.
the gate.
I know.
There's like lots of stuff that we should have done.
We let her down in that situation. But my emotional response is like, this fucking dog, get it off my bed, first of all. Dog's not allowed on the bed.
Yeah.
And like, she's upset me. I don't want to be near her for an hour.
So the thing is, like,
It's really tough.
I get that your lifestyle before the dog, or
Yeah,
even just
that
like
needs to be
before
mentioned.
meeting me, I think, because I obviously had a dog when we met as well. So it's like I sort of introduced you to like having a dog.
Yeah.
And before that, from what I gather,
There were no animals in our house.
absolutely nothing.
No.
Like that wasn't even something that crossed your mind.
So like, you're used to bit dirty sofa and like the messiness of having a dog. This is still my first few months of doing it. Oh my god, she's so cute. Like, so yeah, you had a dog for 5 years and I've never had an animal live in my house. So you can imagine for me, it was a bit of an adjustment, and it still is, right?
Yeah, but the trouble is for me, like I know that I should have more sort of leniency, patience with you, with how you act around her. But it just like, I'm like 5 years into
You're
dog
like,
ownership now.
why have you got a dog
like,
if you're getting annoyed?
Yeah, literally.
It's our most topic to argue about.
Yeah, we love it.
Apart from job, we love it.
Apart from what?
Love it.
Jobs.
But yeah,
we love arguing about the dog.
The dog is such a good thing to argue about because she's here every day. So it's like, if you feel like a little argument, just throw that in there.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Also, it's a great insight into like, I think how we're going to parent. I think I'm going to be bad cop, you're going to be good cop. Like,
the difference is though, is that like with a child, we'll both be new to that.
That's true.
Whereas like the reason I think that we clash,
this.
that we like butt heads about her so much is because I've already decided my dog dad style,
and I'm just
yours
figuring
is very
my mum out.
different.
Yeah.
You're like your ideal dog mum style is so different to my actual set in stone dog dad style that I can't change now because that's like how I feel.
Yeah.
It's also like emotional for me. That's not that.
God,
it's not like just. It's not just like I'm set in stone. Like I will be the nicer one.
No, you're not like that.
It's like I love her, and yeah, there is like to some extent, it's probably like humanizing her a little bit, but it's more just like I understand that she's sentient. I understand that she knows. Like, she has feelings, like real feelings.
Yeah.
You know. She can be scared. She can be cold. She can be like sad.
And like I do care about her feelings a lot. Like I have a lot of guilt when we leave her here, or like, you know, whatever happens in the day with her. Like I do, if I get cross with her, I do feel guilty about it after, and I go over and be like, I'm sorry, I got cross with you. Like I love you and stuff. But it's just like when she pisses me off more than she pisses you off, I think.
Yeah, but don't get me wrong. Like, I get annoyed with her as well.
100%, yeah. I mean, she's massive.
She is so mental sometimes, isn't she?
She's a boxer, Staffy Cross. So she's got the bouncy boxer vibe where she's like Tigger running around, like Scooby-Doo vibes. And then she's also got that sweet Staffy face and mentality of like, she's so
like,
affectionate.
Yeah.
She wants to be on your lap. I love that about her.
Her only saving grace really is that I don't think she's getting much bigger.
No.
So she's
we thought she was going to be ginormous and it was going to ruin our life.
But actually she's quite a nice size. So as soon as she stops like body slamming everyone,
that's it. If you come into our house, all of our friends know now, like you've got to ignore her.
Yeah.
15 minutes because
otherwise she'll like pin you against the wall.
She'll literally throw all her body weight at you because she's so excited to see
with all her claws out as well. Yeah.
But she thinks she's just all love, isn't she? It's like
it's all love.
Dog people, it's all love, baby. Dog people will understand the emotional impact of getting a dog. Everyone's like, oh, I'm with my boyfriend, we live together, we might get a puppy. It's like,
don't.
Literally don't. It's the hardest thing in the whole world.
Yeah.
I've never cried so much ever in my life.
I know. We had the first like 3, 4, 5, 6, I don't know.
So many.
We don't cry that much anymore about her,
but
like the first few months was
we were like, what the fuck? Like she's crying in the night. It was like having a baby.
Yeah.
She was crying in the night. She was shitting everywhere. She was just like chewing the wall, and it was just like, what? Like, this is so tough. I thought she was just going to be like,
yeah.
They should really tell you that.
Well, what was really hard for me was that I knew that was going to happen.
No, you've been through it before.
You've been through it already.
I didn't know, so I was just like, let's get a Staffy, like, woohoo.
Yeah. So there was like a bit of resentment for me as well because I was like, I fucking knew this was going to happen.
And I didn't.
Yeah. So it's just like so tough. And I guess like...
We're so funny. We're so spontaneous, aren't we? Not like we're so wild, but like we were like, oh, there's a Staffy up for adoption. We were like, oh, let's just...
Well, exactly, because we'd been talking about looking for a Staffy anyway.
Yeah.
And then like...
this beautiful thing came up.
Yeah.
How could you say
like
no?
Straight away.
We just do
and
things
there was also like 2 months maybe, where we were like fostering her.
Yeah, well, we was
and
like gonna
technically
decide.
could have given her back.
Yeah.
And for some reason, we just didn't,
We
even though
couldn't.
she was a nightmare.
It's the love you feel for them.
Yeah.
Sorry if this is boring for people that don't care
Yeah,
about
I know.
dogs.
If you're not a dog person,
we should stop
then-
talking about this topic
Yeah,
now.
let's move on.
What else did you want to talk about on this pod?
Well, I think
love
we
that
should
we're
do-
doing one. Sorry.
Go on.
I was just going to say, I love that we're doing one first morning of the year. Like, this feels
Yeah.
very new, doesn't it?
Yeah. 2023, first morning of the year.
What else did you want to speak about? on this?
I think we should talk about like our goals
Okay.
and like what we're manifesting.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe just like pick a couple of the good ones and
Okay. Shall we start with your fitness journey?
yeah.
That's quite a big one. That's quite a big one.
Well, obviously, everyone here already knows that
The fitness journey is
fitness
real.
journey is IRL.
Mhm.
In
real life.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, best shape of my life at 30.
You are 30.
Yeah, I'm 30, so it's like that is gonna happen.
Yeah.
I feel that one deep down in my bones.
I feel it in my soul.
Yeah.
It's just changed your mental health, hasn't it? Like,
Yeah.
it's actually changed how you are every day. The fact
It's
that you're
great.
exercising. I need to start exercising.
Yeah. It's
I'm
not
getting
really
stressed.
your vibe, is
It's
it?
not my vibe at all. It's my worst vibe. But I'm getting stressed and I need an outlet.
Yeah, there's got to be a release. I think you should go to the gym, but
Well, Emily, shout out Emily, was telling me about those classes.
Mm.
If I actually signed up for a class, I've got to go.
yeah.
I know it's such like everyone says that, but
Go on, carry on. No, you're good.
I think I'm gonna. Oh, it's boring. I need to figure it out because I know how good it is for your head. It's not that I want to like change anything physically. It's just mentally for me. Like,
What's hard is that, and we can cut this out if you want to, but like because you look great, right? You're
you.
happy with your body, whatever.
yeah, I mean, I don't really think about it.
Yeah,
which is quite
exactly.
lucky.
That's a nice place to
Yeah,
be.
it's very-
You're
I
not
know it's
thinking
very
about
lucky,
it.
yeah.
It's like
A lot of people
thinking
worry about it.
thinking I'm gonna start going to the gym
Mm.
has a real tie to your like body
Yeah.
image or whatever
Yeah.
whatever
And
it's called.
I don't want to get all into that. It's like, I need an exercise that's just for my brain. Like maybe even yoga. I mean, yoga's.
Sudoku.
I could start
Way
playing
too
chess.
dyslexic for that.
What? Do you think I could play Sudoku? I can't even say it.
Yeah.
No. Okay, what are the other ones then?
Yeah, so fitness journey. Well, go on, talk me through a couple of yours.
I can't remember them.
We're gonna do the podcast.
Oh, the pod.
The pod is getting.
The pod is something I really want to be our priority. But I was saying to Lewis, we have to schedule it in.
Yeah.
We're not just going, should we do a pod now? Which is what we've done this morning. I was
Yeah.
eating my toast and it's like, let's do a pod. But it's like, we will never do it if we don't schedule.
Yeah, another big one for me. Well, not a big one actually, but I'm gonna start using the joint calendar. And I am
Okay,
going to
yeah.
put all of my plans into the joint
Great,
calendar.
because
so
Lewis
that you
never
know
tells me
what's
what's
going
happening.
on.
No.
And then we can say every Wednesday, I
We
think.
do the pod,
Every
yeah.
Wednesday we record
and I
the
also
pod.
want to have subjects that we talk about.
Yeah.
People can like say what they want us to talk about. We could ask it on our story.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we want to get the pod rolling, don't we?
Yeah. Get the pod rolling. I've got like lots of work goals.
Same.
Like,
They're quite boring to talk about. Personal goals are more interesting. Like, what else? I deleted TikTok. The
Yeah.
devil.
thank God.
I know I'm meant to have TikTok for my business to like grow and all that, but until I feel like I'm going to put effort into making my own She Paints TikTok, I can't look at it because it's taking up hours of my life. Hours.
Yeah.
And also, if you'd watched our previous episodes when we were talking about us arguing about you being on your phone, I'm turning into that.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm turning into scrolling instead of chatting with me and you and like being present.
I'm going to read a book a month.
Oh, yeah.
So that's good. I've got 5 books to read at the moment in
Yeah.
the stack.
It's almost like when you turn a certain age, you start feeling like, I'm not going to do anything I don't want to do.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to do anything that brings me negative energy or thoughts. We always say this, like if a job comes up for either one of us and it's just like, kind of going off on a tangent here, but like it feels like something weird's about that, like the way it's arrived is a bit weird, like it's already complicated or I'm already getting bad energy, someone's already not replying quickly, like you get an energy that someone doesn't really care and
Yeah.
it's like this is only going to be shit until it's over, and I'm not going to spend the next month worrying about this.
Yeah.
Because we're quite warriors. Is
Yeah,
that fair to
yeah,
say?
yeah,
We're
yeah.
sensitive people. So
Yeah.
I think it's the year of just saying no. You know, I was like, say yes. I think we should say no. Like, as in just like put your own feelings. They're so important.
Yeah.
Like, how do you feel when you leave somebody, when you leave a meeting, when you leave a phone call? Like, that's so important, how you feel.
Yeah.
And you've got to pay attention to that, because you could be like, oh, I feel a bit weird about that, but maybe I'm just anxious, or maybe it's fine. And it's like, there's always a reason why you have an off feeling about something,
Yeah.
isn't it? I don't want to
Yeah.
go into it too much, because obviously it's like, we've had situations in our careers where it's like, you get a bad feeling from the jump, and then you're like, I knew this was a bad energy.
Yeah.
Like, I should have just gone with my gut
yeah.
feeling.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the same thing as what you were talking about.
Yeah, completely. Yeah, I think just like I want to focus on myself. I want to like trust my intuition. I want to believe that I'm good enough to do everything I want to do.
You are.
And like I want to be more comfortable just cracking on with the stuff that I want to do.
Yeah.
I've written a short
Oh,
film.
let's talk about the film.
I've written a short film, and I want
So proud of you for
and
that.
I'm going to shoot it at the start of the year. Like I want to select people that I want to be involved in that, you know, and I want to like I want that to be like I'm excited to have like creative control over that, you know. Don't do that.
For sure. I mean, the film's very exciting. It's nice to have another goal, isn't it, for the year, that like you're working towards something that you actually really care about.
Yeah, completely.
Personal project.
Yeah. I'm just talking about work again. It's like quite boring, but
Should we tell a funny story now?
yeah, sure. What do you want to tell?
Somebody who was in Lewis's past,
Only briefly.
this is a DM, by the way, has just sent him a DM, obviously knowing that we're together and I'm still here and everything's fine. I feel like I want to just say what she said, but it's like, she might watch this. Is that really intense?
Yeah, maybe it's a bit cringe.
Basically, she wanted to pick up where they left off.
Mm.
Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I think so.
And this is a guy who doesn't send sneaky DMs about me looking, let's be honest. If you're cheating on me, we could talk about it now. We could actually talk about it on the pod. But
there's going to be girls popping up all over the place now.
Oh my God, it was just so funny that somebody got back in touch. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
It's just so funny. I thought it was hilarious.
She also called me a narcissist
Oh my God.
a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Which I like really have
called you a
held on
narcissist.
to.
She didn't just call you a narcissist. She sent you a YouTube video about being a narcissist after she left yours.
I found that so odd.
I don't think we can leave this in.
And I really, I like did actually struggle with that. Like that was in my head. Like, am I a narcissist? Because I feel like I really am not a narcissist,
No.
but maybe that's a narcissistic quality.
Sometimes you tell me about your like days before me when you were just like playing the field,
Not really.
and sometimes I think, wow.
It's not narcissistic.
No, I'm not saying it's narcissistic. I'm just saying like she was obviously cross with you, right?
What,
She's
at the
called you a
time?
narcissist. Yeah, she's cross with you.
I guess so, but like for no good reason. I don't think. Maybe that's a narcissistic thing to say.
Liz is a narcissist. That was funny. Do you think we can keep that in?
I don't know. Should we tell another funny story in case we can't?
Yeah, let's have two. Liz got pushed at the beach.
I did get pushed at the beach.
I think this is quite funny. She's never going to listen to this, the woman who pushed you.
No, I know.
If you just say to someone, we were at the beach in the day walking the dog and Lewis got pushed, it's like...
By a lady.
By a lady.
Like really pushed.
Shall we tell what happened?
Well, our dogs were playing, and I ran, and then I saw that their dog had a nervous. It was wearing a
Coat.
jacket that said
Yeah,
nervous.
a yellow one. So we're
Bearing
like,
in mind, you're on the beach with a load of other dogs.
was on
like,
Christmas
why?
Eve.
It was on Christmas Eve.
So we
So
run over
like-
like, oh, just making sure she's okay. Like, oh, sorry, trying to pull the dog away, thinking it's about the dog.
Yeah.
This woman just doesn't say a word when we're running over.
Yeah, that was the weird thing.
She
She
didn't,
didn't
like,
say
warn
anything.
us.
I was just running over to my dog. and she just like two-handed pushed me in the chest as I
like
was
that?
running. Yeah. That's it. It's not that funny.
Oh, why have you got to say that? I just thought it was. I was going to keep beefing it out a bit more.
That's it. You've been sprinkling this story to everyone we've told so far, and it embarrasses me.
It's so funny. We told my friends that story.
When we had the girls here,
and then you're like, that didn't happen. That's my worst trait of somebody. It's like, I'm telling a story and I've sprinkled it a tiny bit. And then Lewis
the
is like,
trouble is, you sprinkled it so that
how?
it's like, you were like saying that she was saying other stuff. And
She
it's like,
was.
actually, that
She
takes
was.
away from the story. Or like, that gives her more. It was like you were saying things that she had said that like gave her more grace to push me.
Don't
And
think
it's
anyone's
like,
got grace to push on
she
the
didn't
beach.
she didn't say anything. She just
I
walked
just
up
find
to
it
me
my
and pushed
worst
me and
thing.
said no. But then what you're sprinkling the story, like, yeah, she came up and she was like, it's not about you, it's about the dog. It's like, she didn't say that.
I just think it's annoying when you're like in the zone of telling a story and then your person who's your other part in the story is like, that didn't happen.
I know, well-
and then the whole room burst out laughing at you and I was just like, oh, there's no point even trying to spade my
Lie.
way back in.
There's no point trying to
I
lie.
wasn't lying.
No, but you were, because you were saying things
I
that
wasn't.
she
That
didn't
did
say.
happen. It did happen.
It's just like, I found that frustrating because I was like, if you
I
could,
just hate it when someone
if you
says
could
that.
like objectively look at you telling this story and sprinkling it now from above.
I just think,
it's
what's
like-
the harm in doing a little...
No, but the
Frida's crying.
sprinkle isn't. It's not bringing anything to the story. If anything, it's taking away.
How boring. How snoring boring.
Anyway, I love you.
I love you too.
Thanks for doing a pod with me.
Do you think that was a good app?
Yeah, I think it's a much better app than the week before.
Oh my
so
God, I'm so glad we never released that.
yeah, we didn't put that out. But it is in the archives, so maybe
Happy New Year, everybody.
yeah. Happy New Year
Love ya.
and have a good first week of 2023. Duff.
You want to say bye, Freed?
All right. Bye,
See
guys.
ya.